Are you hyped yet for UCLA basketball? Here on Big Ten Women's Basketball Media Day, we get ready to stay on the West Coast with the UCLA Bruins, picked to finish second by the Big Ten coaches and media, coming off back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances, 27-win season, and now we welcome the Bruins onto the desk here on the Big Ten Network. Kylan Mills, joined by head coach Cori Close. Coach, great to see you. Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice, welcome to the Big Ten, ladies. It is great to have you here. What's it been like today, taking in beautiful Rosemont, Illinois?
It's been fantastic. Definitely
better than Southern California, right? Yeah.
Yes. No. A lot of new teams, a lot of new faces, and just excited to kind of, get ready and get in the Big Ten.
What have your impressions been so far, Lauren?
It's been a really fun day. I've been enjoying it. I mean, I love a good day to get glammed up, so this is actually really fun for me.
Get glammed up, okay.
I love this. But yeah, no, it's been really fun getting to see some familiar faces, some new faces. It's been a cool experience.
We were doing some fit checks earlier on the show. What are you guys wearing? You got to break it down for us.
Oh, right.
Bringing that LA style to the team, right?
So I've got a little brown dress, a little cute, but it's still like, business.
But demure.
Right, very demure.
Girls, I'm on TikTok. I'm not that old, okay?
I know. Look at you. And then I got my black heels, Kiki.
I have a Skims top on, some leather pants, and some black boots.
Love it. Very demure as well, and black.
I mean, leather, come on now. How do you beat that?
You can't. But, Coach, I'm a fan of a suit. What do you got on?
Well, considering that we haven't been dressing up for games, I was a sort of stilettos, dress, suit kind of gal before the pandemic. So it's nice to get back into that and a little professional outfit for the day.
Right. Every once in a while. Mix it in with the sweats and the work from home or work from a gym outfits for sure. Coach, what excites you the most about joining the Big Ten in an 18-team league?
Well, I think the depth of the league, but honestly, and I actually just told Commissioner Petiti this, is that I really believe in the leadership. We're joining a conference in this changing landscape of college athletics that I believe really leading from the front and very influential, obviously from a resource perspective, but I think from a wisdom and vision perspective. I think in this changing times, it's really important to be able to trust that leadership, and I really do.
Lauren, as a player, there are a lot of changes that come with this. There certainly is the travel, but the opportunity to play in front of a lot of eyeballs against some of the best in the country. What is it like for you to take all of this in, and what do you make of the opportunity ahead?
I'm just really excited to see, or for other people to see, UCLA women's basketball. I mean, we're such a really cool program and a really competitive and fun team to watch, and I'm just really excited for people to just kind of get to experience us. And I mean, us as players, I mean, we've overcome challenges like traveling. I mean, it's going to be tough, but like we're going to be fine. We got it. But I'm just really excited for our team to just get a new taste of like some different type of basketball and to play in really cool experiences in new arenas. I think that'll be really cool. So I'm excited.
A really cool program. Well, the results have been cool the last couple seasons. Back-to-back Sweet 16 runs, mentioned 27 wins. I know, though, that you're not satisfied until this program gets the first ever Bruins national title. What's it going to take to get there and now elevate Coach to that next level?
Well, I think that, honestly, we've said just holding ourselves to championship daily standards. I actually think that when you think too much about the outcome, it adds pressure and it adds sort of a sense of like putting too much on outcomes. And I want our players to be obsessed with excellent process. I want us to be obsessed by being great teammates and having intentional growth every day. And that's something actually Coach Wooden really taught me a lot about, was that, he won 10 national championships. I think his formula worked out pretty well. So I think just really, you'd say. But I have phenomenal players. We have a great, talented roster. How we come together to do something bigger together than we could do individually, and then having a championship process and habits will really be our key.
Kiki, I feel like all of that is sometimes easier said than done when it comes to the outside noise. You have social media. The excitement is building around the women's game, which is great, but it also comes with some criticism. How, as a player, do you try to stay locked in and block all of that out?
Yeah, I think one thing Lauren and I were actually talking about earlier was just making sure we're not focusing too much on social media and what people are saying on social media. Obviously, a lot of people behind keyboards and a lot of people have opinions, and everyone's welcome to have their own opinion. But I think as players, we're the ones to experience it on a day-to-day basis and to not put too much weight into what other people are saying.
What about your experience, Lauren?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, same thing. It's a challenge, and Coach Cori always challenges me to stay off of like Twitter especially. But, just trying not to have any of that pressure put upon us. Like, it's unnecessary, and I think that, the only voices that really matter are the people that are in this program that see us every single day. So I think just trying to stay as present as possible.
And just to jump in on that, I think I think every coach and player would say that, but who's going to have the commitment and the discipline to truly shut that out? That is something we know the temptations are going to come. We know the haters are going to hate. We know things are going to be said. We know that, we're going to have incredible competition across those things, but bottom line is stay in your frame and focus on the things under our control and put the biggest value on what each other thinks about our habits and evaluates that.
Along those lines, a mantra I've heard you say, Coach, is sometimes me, sometimes we, always us. You're laughing. What does that mean?
They've heard that just a few times.
Oh, just once or twice. What does that mean for the folks at home who are unfamiliar with your program?
Well, it means that the team, it's teamwork, right? And I don't really care where we're ranked. I don't care who's picked where. I don't care who's the leading scorer that day. I don't care who gets what awards as much as I care about having a selfless, hardworking team that is committed to winning first, and that means winning as a teammate as well as winning in the scoreboard. And so I think, sometimes sometimes Kiki, sometimes Lauren, but always UCLA.
Lauren, what's the over-under for how many times you hear Coach say that in a week? Is it like 10 plus or minus? Like
more than they want.
I would say, that's a good, no, I'm just kidding.
It's true.
No,
I would
say we hear that like at least a few times every single practice. But it's got a good message. We laugh about it.
It's got a good message. My coach, she might know a thing or two.
We laugh about it, but it really is a good message, and I think it's super important. So.
Well, Lauren, you come in this season looking more confident than ever after transferring into UCLA from Stanford prior to last year.
Yeah.
Something I heard Coach say in an interview was that she had a conversation with you prior to actually starting with the Bruins where you told her your confidence was at a 3. That did not look like the case by the end of last season with the way you were playing. Why were you able to grow so much with this Bruins team?
I think it's just the people I'm surrounded by every single day. I have the best teammates, the best coaches, best staff ever, and I think every single day on and off the court, they just continue to build me into the person I want to become, and I really can't thank them enough. Like you said, I started off really badly, but I feel like I've just become a very strong woman, and I just can't thank this program enough. They've done so much for me. So.
Coach, something you also mentioned is that you were surprised by how quickly Lauren acclimated, and it seemed like that confidence really shot up. What was your take on her early start to being a Bruin?
Well, honestly, that came with challenges, right? I think, honestly, it came so fast that it was a lot to go from having the confidence of a 3 to being literally probably one of the best players in the country. And I think that a lot of people are going to celebrate who Lauren is on the basketball court. I am most proud of how hard she fought to earn that confidence. People say, oh, well, you gave her great confidence. No, I didn't. No one did. She had to choose to grab it and to earn it. And we always say, earn what you want. Earn the confidence that you want to have and carry yourself with. And when I see her even walking around here on Media Day with the confidence that I know she has fought for and earned, that makes me really proud. But it was not an easy journey. And as fast as that trajectory went, it came with great challenges as well.
Well, those are the things you love to see, the confidence growing for the young women in your program,
Absolutely.
Not just who they are on the floor, but also you talk about walking around at media days, having to talk to people, having to meet new people. Like, that's not easy as a young person in today's society.
Not at all. And I think that, the pressure that they're under, I said a lot of stupid things when I was their age, but nobody knew about it, right?
You would never
Oh, no, I did. I made
Absolutely
so
not.
many mistakes, and I just think about their margin for having to just be kids. They still are growing young people. And but it was interesting. Someone asked me, an administrator on our campus, about how I felt about them and what preparations we were having for them to come and represent our university on Media Day. And it was so easy for me. I just said, they are so, bright, smart, others-centered, proud of the tradition that they represent, and they're always about the 4 letters across their chest, not the name on the back.
Kiki, you're coming off a great season as a sophomore, averaging more than 13 points per game. But how does your role on this team change now that you are an upperclassman and some of the younger players are going to be looking to you to lead them?
Yeah, I'd say exactly that. I think the biggest change in my role will be my leadership. And I think that's something that I've really been focused on over this off season and taking in this preseason. Just how can I lead my teammates by example? And specifically, we have a really great freshman point guard, Alina from Finland, and she's such a great player. And I think one of my big challenges for myself this year will just be how can I lead her best and show her the ropes. And I'm really excited for that.
Charisma Osborne was such an incredible leader for so many seasons. How, as a team, have you tried to allow to lift up other voices, maybe, so people can come out of their shells and start to develop that leadership side? You mentioned lead by example, but you do also need the vocal and emotional leaders as well.
Well, I think that already started even towards the end of last year. Some people coming into new voices. Gabriela Jaquez is one that, I think emerged in the last part of last year that we've really been leaning on her voice. She has such passion, and she really just cares about winning. Doesn't matter what she has to do to contribute to the team. But I think it's not been one person. Kiki is definitely the one that we look to in a huddle first. Her voice has really been amplified, and it's been really important to have that. Obviously, Lauren as well. But I do think it's a committee of people. I think our transfers have been big pieces of that. Charlize Ledger-Walker, Janiyah Barker, and Tamia Gardner have all been big pieces because they have that experience side. And they come with a different lens and perspective, which I think has been very valuable. But I don't think it's been just one person. I think it's everybody choosing to grow in their leadership. We have a program at our called LIT, Leaders in Training, that Coach Shannon runs, and it does an excellent job. And I think we have 6 players of our 13 that chose to be in it. And it's a time commitment. Angela Dugalich has really taken a lot of pride in joining that. So I just think it's a character choice to be a leader. And bottom line in our programs, we say leadership is just influence. And everybody can influence differently. But we want to make sure that we're going on a journey and making sure we're taking people with us.
Coach, you mentioned you brought in 3 top 15 transfers, and Charlize Ledger-Walker was a player at Washington State that you had faced. Lauren, what is it now like being on the same court as her? She is clutch. She is fun to watch.
I love her. She's amazing, and obviously, she hasn't been on the court with us as right now, but she's been amazing from the sidelines. I mean, she is one of the smartest players I've ever been around, and she's just given such wise words to me every single day. I just feel like I learn from her so much, and I'm just really, honored to be on the same team as her finally. I hate playing against her, so she's great to have on my team. But she's just been really amazing for us, and we're just really thankful for her.
Coach, you mentioned Gabriela Jaquez, and I have to ask a follow-up question about her because in the spring she joined the softball team for their run to the College World Series. Yeah. How did that conversation even happen? Was she like, hey, Coach, I think I'm just going to go join our softball team that's really, really good. Now, she did play in high school, but still just out of the blue before the NCAA tournament.
Well, pretty good offseason for her, College World Series in softball and Mexican national team, appearance.
Not bad.
Just casual that way. But, Gabs is Kiki's roommate, and they're really good friends. But I remember, Kelly Inouye Perez is a really good friend of mine, and just called and said, hey, would you be open to this? And I was actually on vacation, and I got a call saying, hey, we would really love to have Gabs join our program if you'd be open to it. And honestly, it was a no-brainer. I have this image in my mind. She got on base, and someone hit a home run, and she was rounding third, and her smile was just beaming, and the whole team was in the stands. She's just going crazy, and someone had interviewed me about that experience, and I was like, how do you say no to that? There's no way. And Gabs is just so trustworthy, and she's always going to put basketball in its proper place at the proper time. But I think that was a tremendous experience, and it was sort of unfortunate that she did so well because now they want her back and earlier.
Oh, no.
So I know, but that's okay.
2-sport athlete at UCLA.
Absolutely.
Once again, very casual. Well, Coach, thank you so much. So much positivity rating from you and your program. We're so excited to see you in the Big Ten this season. And Lauren and Kiki, good luck. We'll see you out there in the court, right?
Yep.